Now, my next guest this morning is Melody Thornton, a multi-platinum Grammy-nominated artist, sold over 70 million albums as a member of the Pussycat Dolls. She grew up singing gospel songs at school and throughout her rise to stardom has remained true to her Christian faith. She's about to star as Rachel Marron in the award-winning smash hit musical The Bodyguard. Melody Thornton, welcome to Good Morning Sunday, my darling.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you feeling about this new role?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I am just trying to stay as focused as possible because I want it to be, the best time ever. So, and I want it to be the best experience that people, can ever have at the theater. I think that myself and Aiden have really a lot of respect for each other as actors, and that is reading really well. So I'm excited for people to see that chemistry on stage and those characters come alive. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very happy. Yeah.
So he's playing the like Kevin Costner role, the actual your bodyguard. I'm guessing Aiden is.
Yes.
And what does that preparation look like? I'm guessing you're taking care of your voice and all that sort of stuff, and eating well and exercising and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, preparing a show is like, I think that one of the things that I'm trying to do differently, and since we're talking about spirit, and for me, I always say that your most important relationship is the one that you have with yourself and with spirit. And it's like I've been saying that for years and years, but I was younger and didn't understand how not mean, but like impatient I was with myself. And so I would say this is like the first job that I've been on, and I don't want to say my age, but I don't care. I'm 38. Let's say I've been doing this since I'm 19. So it's a long time of kind of being brutal to yourself. This is the first job I'm like really trying to be patient with myself and letting things develop and going, see, just be patient. Don't.
Well, a lot has changed since you were 19. I'm not the same person that I was yesterday, let alone that I was when I was 19. But so much has changed, but some things really do stay the same, don't they? So that grounding in gospel music, that grounding in music that speaks of something bigger than us, I'm guessing has stood you in really good stead. Tell me about that growing up listening to gospel.
Well, growing up, I listened to artists who were originally that had a gospel foundation. So my dad's, and I giggled about this the other day. My dad, I think, is the only person that I know whose absolute favorite genre of music is blues. I don't know anybody. I don't know anyone who only listens to blues. And then that means that a lot of the musicians that he exposed myself and my sister to were originally gospel singers. So Aretha Franklin being one of them. Of course, Whitney Houston, but B.B. King and a lot of these artists have a foundation in the church. I grew up a Roman Catholic, so actually the singing is very different. It's very operatic, and that's beautiful as well. So it's this mishmash of really lucky. It's just a really rich. Sonically, it's very rich. But yeah, I think that I guess I have to thank my dad for being like, that's not real music. This is real music. Here, listen to this.
Dads do that, right? My dad was like that. He's like, no, you need to listen. This is Stevie Wonder. Sit down, listen to this. You'll like this. That's what my dad used to do. So does faith still, you talked there about being raised as a Roman Catholic, does faith still have a part in your life? Do you still, rely on something bigger than yourself?
Yes, it does. I try and just be, I think it's really important for people who were introduced and have a foundation for faith but are struggling, to say that, I personally I consider myself, I say it's a cafeteria Catholic, and I'm very lucky that my mom is open to that and understanding, because I try and leave room for human error. And what I mean by that is that I consider myself a Catholic. But there are certain things that that don't resonate with me, and I just leave those things, and I take all the things that do resonate with me. That way, there's always an appreciation for my foundation. I don't think that I would be where I am if I didn't still feel the way that I feel when I walk into a church, or when, when something comes up, God, for me, God is always speaking to us, and you're having a conversation. You think you're having a conversation with yourself, and then something falls off the shelf, and it says, it's a sign. And to me, that's God. God is always speaking to you, and I call it God, and some people say Allah, and there's different names for the same. You can say father figure or force that loves you, that is with you, and you're never ever alone. And I think to choose to believe in God is to choose to never be alone. It's a reason to keep going when you're asking yourself, what is this? Why is this happening? You have to trust that it's a lesson, and that you are loved. So this lesson that's hard is there because it's something that you need to carry with you moving forward. But knowing that it's not evil, it's from love. Mm-hmm.
And that's what underpins it, isn't it? It's that knowing that you're loved, and knowing that you're valuable, and that your place in the world, you make a difference just by breathing in and out. Just by being present, the world is a different place for you being in it. So this show, you want people to come, have a great time, really enjoy themselves, but also to hear your amazing voice. In fact, let's hear it now. Let's hear a little clip of you performing Queen of the Night. Those are some big notes. Goodness me. Wow, incredible. How are you feeling about life on the road? Because you've got quite a journey ahead of you. How's it feeling?
I'm stressing over random little things like luggage.
Because while you're thinking about those things, you don't have to think about the big thing, right?
Fitting little things in my luggage. No, my main focus is as I say, I've done this show before. I did it in China, and I want to do it better. I want to do it better because I'm being good to myself in a different way. Because there's more that I've learned about myself and my voice. And, I think that one thing that for anybody who is struggling out there, who's wondering like, why, what's next? What is life all about? One of the things I try and keep in mind is that life is a game, and it's meant to be fun. And I think this industry that I work in can be very scary, and it can be very dark. But if I look at it as a game, then it's fun, and if I'm mastering what I'm doing, then I can pat myself on the back and be good to myself in that way, instead of really hard and disciplined and mean to myself. So life on the road, I'm as I say, it's dumb little stuff like packing. But then as soon as I'm out there, I want to get on stage every single night. I want it to be different. I want it to feel different. And I want every single audience to walk away going, especially the youth, especially the young people. If I can inspire someone to want to be an artist and know, it's a lot of sacrifice, but it's very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling to give and give and give, because that's what you're doing when you get on stage and you inspire other people. I hope that people want to sing. That's how you know.
To sing along.
To sing along, but also maybe they say, how's she doing that? I want to do that, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
if you want to see Melody do her thing in The Bodyguard, it starts its run at Glasgow King Theatre on Saturday the 28th of February, and there's more dates around the UK and Ireland. Melody, thank you so much. Break a leg and every blessing for the run.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Bless you.